How the heck are you guys? I'm Fastidious. Welcome to the channel and welcome to a Raid Shadow Legends video. You can see here behind me, we had a champ chase that ended just over a day ago. I've got a red dot because I did pretty dang well. And if we look at the big, super maximum prize, whatever you want to call it, the grand prize, it was a copy of the Void Legendary Shredder. And wouldn't you know it, as you're going to learn in this video, we finessed it. We won him. It is not something that was even close to being on my radar, but the stars aligned, and that's what I want to show you in this video. Somehow, some way, ball on a budget, but not spending a single dollar on shards and saving basically all of our shards for the upcoming Leo event that yours truly is very optimistic and very confident is actually coming, maybe as soon as this weekend, video on that tomorrow. But with all those shards I'm saving and not using here, somehow we still managed to get Shredder. So I want to hop in and show you the footage from early yesterday morning when I did these pulls. In the history of this channel, actually exclusively, I've never not done my pulls live, meaning I'm either streaming them or filming them as I do them. However, here you're going to see I did pre-record them, and it was simply for the fact that my tournament group was ending at 5:10 a.m. where I live. It was going to be untenable that I would film at that time. I set the alarms, I woke up. So I pre-recorded it. I'm going to talk you through everything I was thinking. It's pretty fun stuff. This is a different kind of video, obviously, because I'll be here in the corner, but I'll be basically giving voiceover while you watch the footage. I cut it up to make it a lot faster. This took me about 11, 12 minutes to do. I sped this footage up at different parts, so it's only about 5 or 6 minutes of footage. If you don't want to see every little thing, if you don't want to hear this guy yap, and you just want to see the main summons, I'll put the timestamp right here that you can skip to if you want to see the summons. Because one thing I did to finesse this was pull ancient shards. So I saved my primals. I didn't use any extra voids. I, of course, saved my sacreds, but I did use 90 ancient shards. And I'll tell you right now, we did pick up something insanely cool along the way. So without further ado, it's not going to really look any different to you, but this is the footage. Let's press play and let's get into it. So this is when I started, and you're going to see there was just under 9 minutes left. It was 8.5 minutes till this was going to end, and there was no movement in my group. No one was pushing. We had OB Ultimate, who was in first, and he had been in first since, I think, 2 days prior. He had about 6,300 points, as you saw. I had about 5,300. I think that was it. We'll see again when we check. And now I'm just showing you the lay of the land. So I have an Archmage Helmet Fusion saved up, a Frag Fusion. I have a Bloodhorn. I did fuse all my epics, but I had the actual fusing of Granite to still do. I had some decent things lined up. There, I'm showing you I fused all 4 of her. Let's go back and let's take a peek before the festivities begin. I also wanted to check at this point how the points were going, and you can see no real movement at all. I was also very worried about these 2 guys behind me at 4,600 and 4,300 points. Frankly, you can figure it out by your eyeballs. This was an insanely easy group, so I'm not trying to say I did anything that cool. I got very lucky, and then I got very dialed in these last few minutes to make sure I didn't blow this. I had a similar situation once with a champ chase to get the Ishiyama 5-star soul, which is the biggest regret on my account. Not that Ishiyama's so good, but I actually think you really did need his soul to make him good. And here I'm just doing a single pull. I was at 91 ancients. This brought it down to an even 90, so we can do 9, 10 pulls later. But yeah, I missed that because I did stay up, but I was a little loose with it, and I tried to do the minimum pulling. So it was very important to me here that I didn't go crazy and pull absolutely everything and start pulling my sacreds and stuff, but I also didn't want to blow it, right? So it's that fine line that you want to walk. There you can see I fast forward a little bit. I'm starting off with a Bloodhorn, and you'll see I start off with these Fragment Fusions because I mean, this server issue is so weird. Like, there's such a lag. You'll see, my points count immediately, plus 50 tournament points. But if we actually go now, and we will, to the champ chase, it takes many seconds to update. With the Fragment Fusion stuff, you can see I haven't moved at all. I'm still at 5278. Maybe I was at 28 before. I don't know. But even if I had it, I'm telling you, it takes probably about 8 to 10 seconds to see those Fragment Fusion summons upload, like actually show up in the tournament. And that is frustrating when you're trying to track your own stuff. It's very frustrating when you're trying to keep track of others. However, you can use it to your benefit because it's hard for them to keep track of you. Another thing is if they're already in the tournament screen watching, it doesn't update live. You got to click in and out to see those Frag Fusion stuff show up. So there you go. I'm still at 5278, even with that fast forwarded. At this point, it had been 12 seconds or something. My helmet points weren't showing up, my archmage points. There you go. Now they show up. Now I'm at 5528. Fast forward a little bit. Now we're trying to time it out. I actually sat here staring at this screen for like a minute trying to find the perfect window. I want to give a shout out to my boy Rajan, who's always helping me out on this account. He gave me a ton of tips on how to do this. He has very successfully done what I'm trying to do right now in the past, which is snipe. He also has been sniped in the past. So I think this guy underestimated me, as you're going to see, or he just didn't care about winning, which I don't understand why, because we had such an easy group. But there's my Granite Doorkeep. That's 500 points. So that should push us just over 6K if we click in, and it has updated. But if he was in there with those fusions and the frag fusions, he would not be seeing that. If he was just staring at the screen, he would have to be clicking in and out. So now we're within striking distance, right? We're only 329 points away, I believe. And now it's time to hit the ancients. So if you're fast forwarding, this is going to be the timestamp that we'll have put at the beginning. And I just decided I'm going to rip them all. I know it's not the greatest thing to do in the world, but I knew I was kind of close to pity. I didn't know exactly where, so I thought, I didn't know we'd hit for sure, but I thought maybe we would. There's a Signy. That's my first copy of her ever. Not that it matters too much. But I was like, you know, would I rather do 40 Ancients and then he snipes me at the end because I don't know what he's up to, or should I just rip all 90 and frickin' hope for the best? And that's what we did, right? There we pulled the guy from one of the old fusion. I think it was Thalin. And there you go. Huge pull, huh? Can you believe it? We pulled Helicat. That's our first copy. I just want to quickly go back. The guy from the Thalin fusion, I did need him because I didn't save an extra copy. So that was a really fun pull. But then, of course, Helicath was an insane pull. There's my first ever Clawed Beast feeder. If you're, I guess, not even a viewer, but a fan of mine, you might know my most successful raid video of all time before I started the new channel, on my original channel, my old channel where I don't cover raid there anymore, was a Clawed Beast feeder guide. Your boy's got one of the most popular Clawed Beast feeder guides ever from 2021. So here you go. I pop in and you can see I'm feeling very good at this point. We pulled the 90. We hit the Helicath. I was so thrilled to hit Helicath. I would have been happy with anything. A dupe, some terrible old fusion champ, legendary. I don't care. I was just so happy I got the 500 points. And then I was thrilled that it was Helicath. And now all of a sudden I'm like, wow, he still hasn't moved. That's why I'm clicking on and off now. I'm like, these guys still haven't moved in our easy group where, like, I think anyone in group this easy probably should have tried a little bit. And we all of a sudden have almost a 3,000 point lead, right? And I'd start thinking, wow, I'm actually going to get Shredder, right? I think at that point we were up by 2,981, which is ridiculous. And here you go. Let me rewind just one quick second so you can see. This was all taking longer, but all of a sudden it's done. Champ chase. And wouldn't you know it? There are the results. We have won it. Boom, 93-38. That's all it took. I know how lucky I am. And in hindsight, it is a little frustrating that I could have won this, you know, with pulling 110 bullet ancients instead of 9. But I honestly don't regret it because, yes, the RNGesus was very kind to me, and we were able to get Helicath, so it's not like we had to settle for some worse legendary. And the fact that we hit legendary at all, I don't know if that was pity. It might have been. It had been a while since I'd pulled a legendary. I don't pull ancient shards very often. In hindsight, I know I could have gotten away with 6,600 points, 6,500 points, 6,390 or whatever it was to just barely eke them out. That being said, we're live right now. This is no longer the stuff. That being said, that's a risk I did not want to take at all, right? I just really didn't. When I was this close, I was like, the way I thought of it was once I was doing it in real time, you saw when I started pulling, there was 4 minutes left or something. Also, leading up to this, I fused all 4 copies of the Epic, of course, and I pulled all my mysteries. So that was like, the 4 copies of the Epic was like 1,000 points, obviously, exactly 1,000 points. And I think I had like 260 mysteries. That was like 1,260 I pulled off camera. I figured that'd be pretty boring for you guys to watch. Think of it this way, 90 Ancients to pull a good Void Legendary. I actually think Shredder is not as OP as a lot of people would have wanted and stuff, but he is a good, solid Void Legendary. I have no Void Legendaries on my account. I've got Lydia, I've got Mithrala, I've got the free ones. I'll get Vizix soon enough. I've pulled one ever, and I'm very lucky. It's Neve. She's awesome, so I'm so lucky. But aside from that, it's just like the guaranteed free ones. So this is the closest I'm gonna come for who knows how long to actually pulling a Void Legendary, even though I didn't pull him. So this felt really, 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 really cool. So here you go. Let's claim it all together. It also comes with 75 of these mythic relic crafting materials, and then 6 mythic relentless. So we'll check that together now. It's too cool, man, to pick up Shredder like that. I know how lucky I am. I don't think I did anything particularly skillful or something. But what I will say is when you get an opportunity like this, I think people should jump on it. Because yeah, it's like, wow, you overdid it. You won by 3,000 points. But it's like, hey, I pulled 90 ancients and I got Shredder. That's to me, that's the math, right? And like, who wouldn't take that? So there you go. There's the red dot. Very, very cool looking guy. Probably could use a little baby buff, but he's still really neat. And I never, ever thought we had a shot with him. And because we pulled him, because we have this very straightforward so far April event, we already have Donatello and Michelangelo. I think you can see where I'm going with this. All of a sudden, if they do the Raphael things we think they're going to do, and if they do the Leonardo things we think they're going to do, I might be getting myself a little pizza trophy, a little pizza badge, which is like, I thought was reserved just for whales and krakens. And I'm a solid spender. I spend exactly $150 a month. That's kind of the premise of the channel. If you didn't know, welcome. I'm Fastidious. Subscribe. We're balling on a budget, baby. But also, we're halfway there. We got Donatello, we got Shredder, we got Michelangelo. Leonardo, very likely a path event. We still have all of our primals and all of our sacred saved. And Raphael, very likely a soul event. And I'm looking very nice on my souls right now, right? Look at that. 177, 21, and 1 with some extra overflow here. Throw in the fact that this Titan event seems to be overlapping and you can double dip on pizza points potentially between a Leonardo and an April as you go for Leonardo with the path event, if it's his path this weekend. And you can get pizza points during it, and that's going to help you get April. We might be getting all 6, and that would be the coolest thing ever. It'd be the first mythic relic ever on the account. You get that as your collection. You get the cool Shredder avatar, which I might just have to use instead of my beautiful lady Elaine over there. Elhaine, as some of you guys say. And then, of course, the medal, which would be such a flex. So there you go. That's my little story. Didn't want the video to be too long. Picked up a Helicath, which is so freaking cool. Picked up a few new things. Signy. We needed that copy of Narox, I think his name is. And then, of course, Shredder. So yeah, this guy, don't sleep on him. He's pretty sweet. Yeah, Narox, very, very cool. But Shredder, baby, he's home. Let me know if you guys have built him and if you're loving him. I know there are fairly mixed reviews. I've done very, very light testing with him. But hey, I mean, if we just do it this way, man, Void Legendaries are so hard to get in this game. And there we go. You know, we had our fusion with Titus. We have Lydia from Faction Wars. We got Mithrala from the Hydra, Arbiter from the Arbiter missions, and now Shredder, right? Like, this is the first, like, not fully free one we've ever gotten besides Neve, who is our amazing, beautiful, lucky pull. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are not yet playing Raid Shadow Legends and you don't want to have to constantly be relying on, oh, did I get a good group? Like, oh, did I get a lucky pull? I hope you get those things, but you just want to have the best start possible. Use my link in the description in the top pinned comment. It is the best link available for new players in the game right now. You get 4 incredible champions immediately, including Deacon Armstrong, the second you download the game. As soon as you finish the first, not even the whole tutorial, just the first part of the tutorial, and you're able to click your inbox, you will find Leonardo over there. Also, make sure you're subscribed if you want to know all the turtle news, all the turtle tips as soon as it comes out, as soon as I got him. I'm making turtle videos every single day, basically, and your boy's prepared. I practice what I preach. 10.2K, 4.6K, 10.2K. We got our little stockpile over here. I am all in on finishing this collection, getting our Raphael, getting April, because I wasn't really on my radar, but it seems easy enough so far. And then, of course, don't be crazy. Get Leonardo, the best of the bunch. Thank you. Share with your mother, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.